Now, I might be the only one feeling this way, but I don't know, maybe you feel the same way as well. Where you fell in love with the game so much, especially its ranked mode, and you played it so much, and then you get to the rank that you actually wanted, and then you just stop liking the game, you stop playing it, and you just lose all passion for the game, and never touching it again. Because this did happen to me quite a few times actually. Because have you ever had discovered a game, or you start playing a game and then you play quick match, right? You play quick match or quick play, you play the first match, you start liking things, second match, and you feel like, oh yeah, this feels nice, and then by the third match you're hooked. And depending on the kind of person you are, it might take you a week after playing, sometimes even after a month of playing, before you decide to jump into rank and ruin your mental health basically. There's no way else of just saying it. For me, it might take around 3 days before I decide to try ranked, before I feel confident enough in myself where I'm like, yeah, I definitely could compete. But then you also set yourself some goals, right? Where there's a certain rank that you want to play, or there's a certain rank that you want to get to, and you try your best. You look at tutorials, you look at guides, the kind of play style to play and all of this, and then you play and you grind, and then you get to the rank that you want, and then just you stop playing. I think it's more relatable if I just tell you my story. So I started playing Apex Legends when it first came out. At the time, my main game was Fortnite, but Fortnite was going through some shit and it wasn't fun to play. So there's this new game called Apex just came out, and I gave it a try. It was fun. I genuinely liked the game and I played it quite a bit. But if you know anything about Season 0 or Season 1 Apex, was that it had no content. Well, it had content, but it wasn't enough to compete with Fortnite, Because Fortnite was coming up with bangers and updates every single week. Every single 2 weeks, there's like an event or something going on. Apex couldn't really compete. But then it all changed during Fortnite Season X. Chapter 1 Season X. Now, Season X was like the beginning of the downfall for Fortnite, basically. Starting with Season X and all the way till the end of Chapter 2, Fortnite was going on a downward spiral. And it was during Season X that I decided to give Apex a second try. It was Season 3, I believe, it was Season 2 of Apex. And I gave it a try. And you see, I was already good enough with Apex because I've played Titanfall 2. So I decided, you know what, let's give the ranked mode a try. And I solo queued that game mode until Diamond 4 on my first season of playing Apex properly. I did play again Season 0 and Season 1, but not enough to where I am comfortable with the game. But the first season I played it, got to Diamond straight away. I had this drive to go and get to Masters, which is the second highest rank in the game. The highest rank in the game in Apex was Apex Predator. It's only reserved for the top 200? No. It was between top 200 or top 500. I wasn't gonna get to Apex Predator. It just takes way too much time, and I don't think I'm that good. But I know I could get Masters. So I spent the next probably a year and a half, maybe even 2 years of my life trying to get Masters in Apex Legends. It's unhealthy, but I didn't make it. Because the other challenging part of that was not just playing ranked, it was playing ranked solo. I had friends, but all my friends who played Apex are either casuals who only play quick match, and friends who do play ranked and take rank seriously, but they had other friends that also play ranked, and I just didn't make the cut most of the time. Either because I'm not that good, or because they're already full and I joined in late. So I figured, it was another thing about ranked is that once you get into it, it becomes sort of like another aspect of your life. So for me, it was when I get on, it's better for me to just play alone rather than just playing pubs. And I'll get into it later, a little bit more in detail. Now, it did take me 7-8 seasons to finally get Masters ranked in Apex. But once I finally get there, it was like weird. It felt empty. It felt like, now what? Now what do I do? I already got the rank that I want. What do I need to do then? It felt like it didn't feel as rewarding as it should, even though I had spent like 7 or 8 seasons of this game trying to get to Masters, solo queue. And when I finally did it, it didn't feel that rewarding, oddly enough. It felt like the same way that I had felt when I got Diamond. But the difference is, in Diamond, I still had this drive to push further and push further, even though I know it was the end of the season. The season's gonna get reset, and rank is all gonna get reset. I'm gonna go back to square one. But it felt empty, and it was weird. All that time and effort that I put into it, and all that stress I went through, kind of felt like it wasn't worth it in the end. And I came to this realization when I was playing Marvel Rivals recently. By the time you're watching this video, my video would probably have gone up anyway, which is, I was in silver. I was about to rank up to gold, and our team was performing pretty bad. But it was silver, Silver in any game is basically quick match with extra rounds, or just extra time, regardless. That's rank. That's like silver and bronze in most games. It's not meant to be taken that seriously. You're supposed to just fuck around anyway until you get to gold or plat. Then you get serious. So we're in silver, and this Captain America player was genuinely pissed off at the rest of us. We're all randoms, by the way. It's not like we're playing in a call or anything. But this guy was just pissed off at the rest of the team, saying how useless we are. And all I could think about is, dude, we're in silver. Winning or losing doesn't matter, because if you lose this match, if you win the next one, it's worth at least 2 matches worth of points. Or some kind of way, type shit. It didn't really matter if we win or lose this match, but I get it, it's a bit annoying to lose. But he was genuinely losing his mind. He was so stressed about it. He was like so pressed about it too. And that's where I thought about it, like, why are you so stressed? It's silver. Why are we stressing ourselves with ranks? Unless you're like some sort of content creator or streamer or whatever, which, then getting like that higher rank, does it really mean anything? Because I myself could remember when I was playing Apex, there'll be days, or there'll be days where I would be stressing myself out just because I'm heart stuck Diamond 4 or Diamond 3. I couldn't seem to push past the barrier, even though, I was solo queuing, I had no teammates, but that's besides the point. I was just kind of, looking back at it, was kind of confused. Why did I stress myself out so much for this game when there's nothing in it for me? Why am I purposefully making the game not fun for myself? It's not like ranked in any game is that competitive, or it just like it means anything, because if you've played competitive, you would know that competitive and whatever game it is you playing, ranked system, is entirely different. Like, I've played competitive for Call of Duty, Fortnite, and a bit of Apex, and I can tell you the way you play ranked and the way you play competitive is very different. It is not the same. So what is it in for ranked? Some of us are like genuinely getting pissed off at our friends for not performing, or stressing ourselves out because we're not getting the rank that we want. Because at the end of the day, you're not getting anything. Like, competitive, you get the chance to compete in tournaments and stand to win thousands or millions of dollars. Makes perfect sense if you get pissed at it, But you're playing ranked. You're playing to get a badge that would look old by the next season. You're getting stuck in a cycle, Like, you're stressing yourself out because you can't get to that rank that you want, but once you get it, it's nothing. But before you get that rank, you're stressing yourself out in the cycle of trying to get this badge. And going back to the whole competitive thing, just because you're good in ranked game modes in whatever game you play doesn't mean you're that good when compared to competitive player. If you watch like Rainbow Six Siege, right? You compare the people who are like hardcore ranked grinders in Siege and put them up against pro players like Jinxie did, you'd notice that the pro players would still beat the fuck out of the fucking ranked players, because it's not even the same kind of gameplay. Just because you get a good rank does not mean you're a good player per se. Because I've seen some absolutely terrible players go into absolutely high ranks, but you can't say anything because, oh, they got the rank and you didn't. It's like, okay, bro, it's just a fucking badge. It ain't that deep. And I guess the paradox is you get stuck with wanting to get to this rank so much. You're basically in an endless cycle of just stressing yourself out, going and watching tutorials and guides and so on and so forth. You're talking shit to your friends, you're calling them all kinds of names because they're not performing this and that. But when you actually get to the rank that you want, it feels like fucking nothing. It feels like fucking nothing. And I can, just to end this video, right, on like a somewhat positive note, once you finally like remove the ego and remove like this weird quench to just perform in something, like once you just take it easy, these games become way easier. Like no cap, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, because when I played Rainbow Six Siege, it took me less than 1 season to go from a bronze level player who does not know the map at all to someone who's like this close to diamond. And the only reason I didn't get diamond was because I quit the season like halfway, because I think at the point my PS4 was just giving up. So I was like, you know what, PS4 is giving out, better just leave it to die. So I didn't continue the season on further. I guess the other kind of question, I know I'm ending the video, but just like throw away the question. I do feel that a lot of the people who are stressing themselves out with like these ranked games of whatever game they're playing, everybody has like this desire to compete, this desire to like perform and compete with everybody else. But for whatever reason in their real life, they couldn't actually do it. They like, whatever it is preventing them from actually competing with everybody else or wanting to compete with everybody else, well, they're taking it out on these ranked games. This is the one place they feel like it means something. It doesn't mean anything. Because again, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Your rank doesn't really matter to prove how good you are at the video game. If you really want about that life, if you really want to prove how good you are and want to earn something, you should just go and play competitive. Because believe it or not, to play a lot competitive in a lot of these games, you don't need to actually have a good ranked. You could just go in for tryouts and scrims, and depending on how you perform, they'll take you in, and then from then on just play competitive. Don't have to play ranked anymore. But if you're not really about that life of wanting to compete, then don't go so hard in ranked like you're about to win something or anything. It doesn't do anything. Like there's a reason why nowadays there's a rank for the top 200 players in a lot of these games, and a lot of them are like streamers and content creators, because they're the only people who have the time to actually play these games, to actually get there, you know? Most of us have a life, and if you don't have a life, get one. The fuck? What are you waiting for? Why are you spending so much time out here trying to get to like what was the ranked in Rivals again? Fucking Eternity? One above all is like the highest one, but you also have like Celestial and Eternity. Why the fuck are you doing that? You're spending more time on the game than in real life. I'm not saying don't play the game, bro, but don't stress yourself out. Don't hurt your mental health just because you're trying to get this badge from this game that might be irrelevant in the next 5 years if they're lucky. Now my message to you people will be, take it easy, chill out, don't get angry with your teammates or friends if you guys lost a match, because the badges don't even fucking matter. But if you did in fact get the rank that you want, just keep playing the game. Don't be like me where I spent so much time in one game, and once I got that rank, felt like shit and just left it.